All right, Isaac, just how much fun is it when you're out there just creating that kind of all those holes and just that really good for the running backs?
It's a great day when you rush over 300 yards, and that's just, as O lineman, that's what we love, moving the ball vertical, and that's what we did today.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate, just how good did it feel for you to be back out there and making the plays you were making 2 years ago?
It felt good. I told myself before every game, it's bigger than myself. It's a lot of guys I know that's coming back from injuries or dealing with certain issues. I want to let you know that I dealt with them same stuff, coming back from injury like that, the hard times. But, man, God told me keep your head down, keep working hard, and you're going to make it, man. It's showing. So it's bigger than me out there, so it feels good.
Absolutely. Just when you go down there in the second quarter, I think it was, and you go back, just was there concern on your part, and then maybe just how good did it feel? I saw you had some bounce in your step celebrating the touchdown there.
Yeah. No, went down, tweaked my leg a little bit. I knew instantly, though, I was going to be good. Just had to let it wear off for a little bit. Came back on the sideline. The trainers treated me good, made sure I felt good before I went back in. Man, so I knew I was good, and I came back in, told Coach I was ready, and I wanted to put it all out there.
Yeah, and then just seeing you celebrate those touchdowns with Travis, running those 2 back sets today, just how close is that running back room?
Man, every touchdown I told you, we make each other better, man. I see you out there making plays. I want to go out there and match your energy, man. And sure, I see now we both got 2 touchdowns, both in 100 yards, man. And big emphasis was continue to build the running game, man. It wasn't the performance we had the first 2 games, so sure, this week it was all about making that better.
Yep, and then Brendan, after seeing Nick's performance last week, just it seemed like you were pretty motivated to have a performance of your own today.
Of course, the defensive line is a big motivator for me, and I push myself to be as good as they are because I believe that even though it was my week, it's going to be Micah Rowe's next. It's going to be Micah Rowe in 2 weeks. It's going to be Blake Holden in 3 weeks. It's a explosive defensive line, and that's what we want to be.
Just how important is it for this team to win the fight in the trenches each week?
If you can create knockback, that destroys all offenses. It doesn't matter what scheme you make. If you can put somebody behind their own line of scrimmage, it doesn't matter where you're at. You mess them up.
Brendan, I want to ask you, you're playing this kind of hybrid linebacker defensive line position. Tell me a little bit about what it means schematically and how you're feeling into it.
Schematically right now, I am a outside linebacker that is trying to contain the edge and make sure that anything that is within my bounds that I control that controllable and making sure that I can make the play that I can actually make.
And as you mentioned, following up Nick's performance,
Yes.
Have you had 3.5 sacks in a game before in college?
And I have not. I don't even know if I've ever had one before.
That's got to feel pretty good today. Eh?
It's really good, but to be honest, I'm not happy. I believe that Lamar is a great team, and Lamar tested us, but we're not here to beat Lamar. We're here to win a championship, and I'm not happy until we have a ring on our finger.
Job not finished.
Nate, something that Coach Nielsen told us on Monday, he said they wanted to get you more carries. Is that something that the coaching staff kind of told you this week? Were you expecting to have the ball more in your hands today?
They wouldn't really tell you, but you can get a feel for how practice go. I didn't really care what the motive was, or every day in practice I just try to go hard. Special teams, offensive plays, I just try to go hard. Whenever they do put me in, I just try to go hard. So I don't really ask, hey, am I getting enough carries, or what's the plan? It don't really matter, man. When I do get on the field, it's all about giving 110%, man, and sure, so far it's working out for me. So I'm going to keep doing it so I can make sure to do my best job to help the team win.
What's your relationship like with Travis? I know obviously you guys are competing for carries, but you're also just 2 studs, going out there. And so,
yeah.
Imagine you can build off each other a little bit.
No, yeah, the relationship is great. Like, between all the guys, every day we laughing with each other. It's a good, healthy competition in that room right now. And like you said, every day every touchdown, I'm out there, first one congratulating Tice as much as I can. We did a lot of 2-back today. He's blocking his butt off for me. I'm blocking my butt off for him. It's a lot, man, and I appreciate the guys because we all push each other, love each other, and we stick together. Stick together.
And Isaac, something Coach told us last week was he was like, hey, our running game, our offensive line needs to be better. And it clearly, I mean, this was quite the statement today, was it not?
Yes, it was. They put a challenge, and I hope Coach says we executed that challenge, and I would say we did with over 300 yards rushing. So we'll do it again next week.
Maybe picking off of what Brandon said, obviously, still the biggest games of the year to come, but to be able to establish a game like this where you guys dominate pretty much, especially in that second half. How was that motivation-wise going into the bye week and then into Missouri Valley play?
Like, it shows that we can do it, and it gives us confidence and gives us a plan for the rest of the year.
Isaac, just as a captain of this team, how have you liked how the team sort of gelled here since the start of the season?
Yeah, definitely this game today has shown that things that we've worked on, and people have really grown together and believed in each other, and now we're executing.
Happy birthday, Will Leland.
Thank y'all. Thank
you,
y'all.
guys.
Ball game, honestly. For them to have the ball for 10 consecutive minutes in the first quarter, and then put another long drive together. I think quarter and a half had gone, and we had 5 plays or something like that. Our defense, gave some yards up there in those first 2 drives, kept them out of the end zone. That was really important. If we would have allowed them to get that ball in the end zone, you never know how the momentum of that game would have flipped. And then, we turned the ball over a couple times, had some bad penalties in the first half, things that we've been pretty good at controlling the controllable things. We didn't do a great job of that in the first half. But as I told them at halftime, we were still ahead. We were ahead 7-6 and had the ball, with that first possession. We talked about how important that drive was going to be. Offensively, really executed well. That first drive of the third quarter, put the ball in the end zone, got the ball right back, put another drive in the end zone, and had all the momentum in the football game at that point. So, feel really good about the grit that our guys showed there in the second half, and it was good to see that running game get going. As a matter of fact, honestly, it was. I know Isaac said that. Was I a little bit surprised? I was, a little bit surprised when you average 8 yards a carry through times when they knew we were running the football. That's really good job up front. Really good job by our ball carriers, breaking tackles, getting extra yards after contact, and you were able to move the ball very consistently throughout the second half.
Coach Nielsen, something you said on Monday was we want our offense to be more efficient. And looking at the stat sheet, I don't know if you get much more efficient than what you guys did today. How do you feel about just the team's performance and there weren't too many of them, but maximizing those drives? Yeah,
I feel bad. At least Tyler Ebel gets to hold on PAT field goals. Otherwise, he wouldn't got to play today as a punter because we never punted. Offensively, we never really got into any third and off schedule situations. I think we converted 1 4th down for a first down, but did a good job of being efficient offensively. When we threw the ball, we took those openings, and we didn't have to throw it a lot. But when we did, it was efficient and got the ball to the open guys. And, when you're able to run the ball the way that we were able to run the ball today, you run the football. That's the way you win football games. And it was good to be able to do that because that's not something we've been able to do here over the last year or so.
I want to ask about Nate and obviously seeing him fully healthy. How satisfying is that for you as a coach? And then what is it that makes him such a great running back?
Yeah, I think, Nate has really good vision. But I think that he's got that ability to slip contact. It's hard to get a square he's a powerful guy, and then when you can't get a square shot on him, he's always falling forward for extra yards. It was great. He's got his confidence back. I thought both he and Travis ran really, really well today. and turn some short gains into longer runs. And we need them to do that in our offense.
Last thing for me, kind of back-to-back weeks that the defensive line really got after their quarterback, and they've done it despite being kind of banged up these past few days. So, I mean, how big of that is to have 2 back-to-back performances like that?
Yeah, well, we got them into a situation where they had to throw. And I think every defensive lineman in the country loves to play defensive line when they know the offense has to throw. And, we got a 4-score lead or a 3-score lead, whatever it was, and you knew they were going to have to throw to get back into it. And when they did, we were able to put some pressure on the quarterback with our front guys. There were some things, I think defensively we're going to look back, and there were a few things technically that we could have done better. But the bottom line is 2 weeks in a row where nobody scored a touchdown against us. And Lamar had scored touchdowns against everybody else that they played. So it's a good defensive effort, the kind of effort that we can continue to build forward on. And now, to have the kind of balance that we showed today, offensively, another real plus leading into a bye week, which we have to take full advantage of in preparation for North Dakota State.
Coach, just when the game kind of goes the way it does there in the first quarter, does the game plan offensively, maybe with scripted play, stay the same there, or was there a little bit of
Yeah, that's a good question. That was one of the things that I really thought we did a good job of. Coach Davis, offensive staff, we did not panic. Made a good drive there in the second quarter, got a ball in the end zone, got the lead, and then, really executed our game plan in the third quarter. It was hard. In the first half, we just didn't have the ball very much. And so it was hard to get any rhythm going. And that's sometimes when you don't get any rhythm going in the first half, it's hard to get that rhythm going in the second half. But I thought our guys really executed very, very well offensively in the second half.
Mm-hmm. And then just on that first drive, even though it ends with the interception, just what did you like about the pop the offensive line was getting even there, and it just seemed like...
Yeah, we were moving the football. We took a shot at a ball. We thought, it would be a chance for a big play. Unfortunately, Aiden kind of got hit as he threw it, and the ball popped up in the air. Carter was in back of him. It could have been a big play touchdown, and again, big momentum play for them. We turned the ball over twice in the first quarter, and we hadn't turned the ball over all year. But our guys battled through that, showed that grit I was talking about, and got the game flipped over to our side.
And then just the past 2 weeks in the trenches have been really impressive. Just how important is that trench play in Missouri Valley Conference play?
Yeah, we're going to have to be good up front. We're going to get tested by really good offensive lines on the defensive side, and you're going to get tested by really good defensive lines on the offensive side. And so there's going to be some things I think that we'll see from this game that we did well. There's going to be some things that we got to do better. We got to get some guys back. We're still a little thin in the defensive line right now. Gaze and Holden have to play a lot. Mo Newsom did come back today and play a little bit, but we got a couple other guys that we hope to get back by the time we play North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm. And then just the 2 running back sets, how much fun was it to see that formation and just all the success it had today? Yeah,
I think that's something we can build on as part of our package. Puts 2 of our best football players on the field, and then we got other guys too. Mike Mansoret, Charles Pierre. We got a lot of depth in that position, so that package is certainly a package that we need to build on. So, good. Just want to make sure you notice now, my grandson went all out, dyeing his hair red, so he's a true fan. So, all right, thanks, guys.